read an article on resumebuilder.com that said 74% of hiring managers check applicants' social media. Now, I knew this was a thing, I just didn't know the number was this high. Not only is there a super high percentage of hirers looking at your socials, what they're looking for, according to the survey, is super enlightening. 55% of hiring managers use social media to ensure a candidate is a good culture fit. 68% of hiring managers use social media to find answers to illegal interview questions. So that means they're looking at things like age, political activity, gender identity, religion, disability status, and marital status. Here's the kicker. 85% of those who screen using social media have passed on candidates due to information obtained. Awesome. It's awesome. I am seeing more and more online job applications that are requiring graduation dates to be filled out in order to continue the application. This is a subtle but powerful signal that age bias is alive and well. I would have thought that this was illegal, but alas, it is not. What is illegal is if the hirers base their decisions off of this information, which is absolutely impossible to prove. Older workers often encounter coded language in job ads, like they're seeking a dynamic or energetic team, which can be veiled preferences, right, for younger candidates. This kind of discrimination makes it harder for older workers to get hired after being laid off. This is leading to extended periods of unemployment and numerous rejection letters. After 7 months of rejection letters, the constant ghosting from employers, and the endless cycle of job applications that seem to go absolutely nowhere, I've accepted that the odds are absolutely stacked against me. The hard truth is, despite my experience, wisdom, and adaptability, the job market just doesn't seem to value what I'm bringing to the table. Age bias is embedded in every step of the hiring process, from the filters on job boards to the unspoken preferences of recruiters. So 1 month ago, I tried doing what others have suggested in previous videos. I revised my resume to only show the last 5 years or so of my employment, whereas before I was showing a little over 10 of the 30 years of experience that I have. I have totally dumbed down my resume, even going so far as to removing my master's degree and changing my titles to reflect less seniority. I have had 4 phone screenings, which led to 4 initial interviews. The dumbed down resume is getting more traction than I have had in 7 months of being unemployed. So I always pass the phone screens with ease. I build a rapport and a relationship with the screener. They're excited to present me to their hiring managers. Then when I video meet the interviewer, I can visibly see the change in their eyes when they see me. Their expression changes, their entire demeanor shifts, and you can feel how they just really want to get this interview over with. Then after that first interview, I get the dreaded cold and impersonal, "After careful consideration, we have decided to move forward with other candidates who more closely match the requirements of this position" email. I call bullshit. I am the candidate that most closely matches the requirements of this position. I actually exceed the requirements of this position. I have bowed down to your incredibly low and absolutely insulting salary level. So I try to reach out after these interviews and find out why I wasn't selected. Hey, do you have any tips for me, comments, blah, 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 blah. And the excuses I get are things like, well, this is actually, someone actually said this. They said, well, you're just overqualified. We're actually worried you might get bored with the position and that you won't stay with us. Okay. I've also heard that I wasn't a cultural fit, which to me is just a euphemism for we don't think your experienced ass will mesh with our younger team. I also heard that even though I was fine with the salary requirements stated in the job description, that they felt that it was beneath me and that I deserve more. What? What? I don't think that's your decision. Now, I don't think that ageism is necessarily an overt thing. I don't think that people in their hearts choose to think, oh, I'm going to discriminate against someone because of their age, right? I think it's just an ingrained bias that we have that we don't even realize that we have or think about. The odds of me getting another job are slim to none. The harsh reality is no matter how hard I push, the doors seem to close faster than I can even knock on them. As of August 20th, 2025, according to Layoffs FYI, 404 tech companies have laid off a staggering 132,498 employees in 2024 alone. And who do you think is getting the short end of the stick? That's right, older workers. Now, here's the thing. Tech companies love to tout their progressive values, but when the chips are down, ageism rears its ugly head. It's not just a hunch, it's backed by numbers, science. Studies have shown that workers over 50 are often the first to be shown the door during layoffs. A report by the Society for Human Resources Management revealed that nearly a third of HR professionals admitted that age played a role in their hiring or layoff decisions. Wow. Now this confirms that older workers are often unfairly targeted during layoffs due to perceptions about their adaptability, cost, and relevance in a tech-driven world. This bias can significantly impact the employability of older workers, especially in the fast-paced tech industry. Apparently, in a world obsessed with innovation, experience suddenly becomes a liability. That's weird. For many of us, this loss isn't just financial. It's deeply personal. The loss of identity, the erosion of self-worth, all these things that come with being told you're suddenly no longer needed, it's almost debilitating. Our careers are often a source of pride, of stability. I know it was for me. So where does that leave us? For many, the shift to consulting feels like an opportunity and more like a necessity. It's a last stand against a system that no longer values what we bring. However, consulting isn't free from bias either. Many clients favor younger consultants, assuming that they're more in touch with current trends. But it's still a path worth considering because it allows us to leverage our experience in ways traditional employment no longer seems to value. So yeah, the system is absolutely rigged, but that doesn't mean that I'm out of the game. I have spent decades adapting, growing, and proving my worth, and I'm not about to stop now. I have something that younger workers don't. Decades of experience, wisdom, patience, resilience, a lot of stuff. And those things are worth something. So tell me, what are you doing to combat ageism? How are you pivoting in your world? I would love to hear from you. That's all I have for today. I'll see you in the next video.